So I think Zebec's situation is a little bit different from other altcoins. And you need the voice of reason and realism, especially in a market where we are seeing growth from Ethereum. And usually when you see growth from Ethereum, the greater altcoin market starts to perform. So in this video, I want to give some TA on Zebec, ZBCN. Of course, I'm no expert, just what I'm seeing on the chart. And you know what, Zebec, we got to pay attention to the Sol BTC. But we have some action going here. You can see the Sol BTC is actually bullish according to our ultimate RSI Lux algo. So even if the stock RSI does go for a reset on the Sol BTC, I'm pretty confident as long as we can stay over this orange line, we should see Solana perform good against BTC, which is productive for any Sol altcoin if we can get some, some movement here on Solana. The same could be said here for the token. If we just swing over here to Solana, you can see that we are over that orange line on the ultimate RSI. So I think that Solana is still bullish. I would love to see Solana reclaim the 50-day moving average and break through the resistance and also enter price discovery. The thing is, if Solana enters price discovery, it's a good chance that we should see the move here for Zebec continue to the upside. Now, this is why I think personally the move will continue. I'm gonna couple that with, of course, some of the bullish catalysts that we have. President Trump officially signing the executive order, opening the 12.5 trillion 401k retirement market to Bitcoin investments, right? So of course, a lot of this liquidity will also go into altcoins. People are buying altcoins. The measurement on the interest from retail is starting to tick up, and euphoria is coming back into crypto because of Ethereum, because everybody looks at that definition of altcoin season, right? ETH exploding, price discovery, and the Bitcoin dominance capitulating. Now we got those two, but we also need to enter an environment where the monetary policy is not restricted. So you cannot forget that. This is why we are paying attention to if Zebec is going to get rejected here. Now, again, I hold this token, so I'm not here to be fearful of what's to come, but I truly believe after printing this buy candle coupled with our ultimate RSI that if the market opens up green next week, Zebec will break into an all-time high. I'm not going to say that it has to happen. I'll say a 70% chance that next week we will break into price discovery. It's a 20-30% that it happens this week, right? And you can kind of see this rejection here off this line. The green line is where we need to print a confirmation candle. So of course there were people who bought down here. Profit taken is normal. This project continues to be very bullish when you think about the utility use case and the niche, the market that they're working to disrupt. Literally a $1 trillion market, and we'll get into that a little bit later. And continuously getting listed on exchanges, buybacks for the community, and countless partnerships and integrations and things of that sort with the real deal companies. So I think that the fundamentals have not change for Zebec. What we are waiting for is to break through this resistance sitting at about 2059, so 206, right? 206. The good thing going for Zebec is that it's not a $1 billion project just yet, and it's still under a penny. So when people, I've seen this with the Jasmine token, when people, and even the Shiba Inu token, when people get these really good tokens, right, with good a good spread of the supply, good tokenomics, and a lot of hype behind it. When they get these tokens that are under a penny, similar to what we have seen from penny stocks, people feel like these things can hit $1, $2, $3. I'm not here to give you a price prediction, right? I'm just telling you the hopium that these type of tokens create, right? It's really a utility and really good use case, but it's actually an insane community behind it, and that's what you really need to be successful with big exchange listings, right? Not to add being on the hottest chain, which is Solana. So you can see here Zebec is correcting while we are getting a lot of green. Don't feel no type of way about that. Don't feel no type of way about that, guys, because we've had our pump, right? So this is normal. And again, Zebec is staring at an all-time high. If I go back to the ultimate RSI here, I can show you guys that we are still bullish. We are still bullish. We're still, it's not as extended as a lot of tokens out there because Zebec has had a really good run, but technically we are still bullish. We're looking to get some more activity above this red line, so it doesn't really look like a lower high here. But again, this all is determined if we can continue to get bullish momentum going into next week. I'm not here to say we won't hit price discovery by Sunday. I just think it's a 20%, 20% chance that it happens, right? Because people are taking profits. And market makers are doing what they're doing on these exchanges. We know what market makers do. But next week, if we can continue bullish momentum, Solana can reach $200. There's a good chance that Zebec enters price discovery, and a lot of people who took those profits probably will be in pain as this project continues to grind up higher. Let's talk about the utility use case. I'm gonna let some of the guys behind the project talk about how this is disrupting trillions of dollars and how unique and lucrative the payroll industry is, right? There's also a solution being solved here, and that's the main thing I want you to focus here with Zebec, that there's a problem, right? With the old system, and Zebec is providing a solution.
Simon, why payroll though? What's the importance of that to you guys, and what do you think the larger opportunity is with payroll as a sector, and the guide rails and the infrastructure of crypto?
Everyone that works globally is part of the payroll economy. We're looking at 500 billion as the industry size in the US. And this is an industry that has largely gone unchanged for the past 75 years. From the beginning of the SWIFT banking system in the 1950s, you look at payroll as a bi-weekly or monthly process that is run on banking rails, meaning that companies need to fund their payroll on Wednesday, the employees will get paid on Friday. Employees are paid typically 2 to 4 weeks after actually completing the work. So it's a very old and antiquated system that was ripe for change. Now, change has only been able to come in recent years with the advent of blockchain technology and the ability to pay people in faster increments of time at much lower transaction costs and higher speeds. That is what Zebec pioneered on the Solana blockchain back in 2022. We have been perfecting this product and commercializing this product now for the past 3 years. And now is really the time that we're finally starting to see good levels of adoption across our portfolio into crypto and stablecoin based payroll.
Hey, I don't think you can go wrong with this type of project. I think that the sky is the limit for Zebec. They continue to execute and ship. Let me know what you think about Zebec. Do you believe that we will enter price discovery, or do you believe Zebec will get rejected here and more of a correction? Let me know. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.